New York City, the city that never sleeps, a global hub of culture, finance, and excitement. Known for its towering skyscrapers, bustling streets, and vibrant nightlife, it's a place where dreams are made and broken. From the iconic Empire State Building to the sprawling Central Park, the city offers a unique blend of history and modernity. Tourists flock from every corner of the world to experience its iconic landmarks, vibrant energy, and endless possibilities. They come to see Broadway shows, dine at world-class restaurants, and shop in some of the most famous stores on the planet. The allure of New York City is undeniable, drawing millions each year to its streets. Yet, beneath the dazzling facade lies a stark reality, a homelessness crisis of staggering proportions. While the city shines bright with opportunity for some, it casts long shadows for others. The contrast between wealth and poverty is striking, with luxury apartments standing side by side with makeshift shelters. Imagine a city where over 80,000 people experience homelessness every night. This isn't just a statistic, it's a daily struggle for survival. The streets, subways, and parks become makeshift homes for many as they navigate the challenges of finding food, shelter, and safety. Families with children huddled on subway grates, seeking warmth. These are not just isolated incidents, but a common sight in many parts of the city. The cold winters are particularly harsh, forcing many to find refuge wherever they can. Individuals with nowhere to go, their belongings crammed into shopping carts. These carts hold all their worldly possessions, a stark reminder of the precariousness of their situation. Each person has a story, a past, and a hope for a better future. This is the other side of New York, a stark contrast to the glitz and glamour often portrayed. The disparity is glaring, with opulence and destitution existing side by side. It's a city of extremes where the richest and the poorest live in close proximity, yet worlds apart. The numbers are staggering, painting a grim picture of a city grappling with an immense social challenge. Homeless shelters are often overcrowded and resources are stretched thin. The city's efforts to address the crisis are ongoing, but the scale of the problem is daunting. As visitors stroll through Times Square, mesmerized by the flashing lights and towering billboards, it's easy to overlook the invisible struggles happening just blocks away. The contrast between the tourist experience and the daily reality for many residents is stark. The sheer scale of the crisis can be overwhelming, but it's crucial to remember that behind these statistics are real people with unique stories, hopes, and dreams. Each face tells a story of resilience and survival, of hope and despair. They are not invisible, and their plight deserves our attention and compassion. Community efforts and volunteer work play a vital role in providing support and hope. It's a reminder that even in a city of contrasts, there is always room for empathy and action. For many travelers, encountering homelessness in New York City can be a jarring experience. The city, often romanticized in movies and TV shows, presents a stark contrast when visitors come face to face with its harsh realities. The glitz and glamour of Times Square can quickly fade when you see someone struggling to survive just a few steps away. It's impossible to ignore the man asking for spare change outside your upscale restaurant. The juxtaposition of wealth and poverty is striking, and it forces you to confront the inequalities that exist in society. You might feel a pang of guilt as you enjoy your meal, knowing that just outside, someone is struggling to get by. Or the woman sleeping on a bench in Central Park. Central Park, often seen as an oasis in the middle of the bustling city, also becomes a refuge for those with nowhere else to go. It's a sobering reminder that even in places of beauty and tranquility, the struggles of life persist. These encounters can evoke a range of emotions, from discomfort and fear to empathy and a desire to help. You might find yourself grappling with complex feelings, unsure of how to respond. Some tourists might feel compelled to offer assistance, while others might feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the issue. It's important to remember that these encounters, while unsettling, are a stark reminder of the complex social issues that exist even in the most prosperous cities. Homelessness is not just a problem for New York, it's a global issue that requires compassion and understanding. By acknowledging it, we take the first step towards addressing it. Tourists often come to New York with preconceived notions of the city's glamour and excitement. They envision a place where dreams come true, where the streets are paved with opportunity, but the reality is more complex, and encountering homelessness can be a wake-up call. However, encountering homelessness can challenge these perceptions and provide a more nuanced understanding of the city's realities. It forces you to see beyond the surface, and recognize the struggles that many people face daily. This deeper understanding can lead to a more meaningful and compassionate experience. It's an opportunity to look beyond the tourist traps and engage with the city on a deeper level. By connecting with locals and learning about their experiences, you can gain a richer perspective on what it means to live in New York. Volunteering or supporting local initiatives can also be a way to give back and make a positive impact during your visit. Meet Michael, a former construction worker who lost his job and his home after an injury. Once a dedicated worker, Michael's life took a drastic turn when an accident left him unable to continue his job. He now spends his days navigating the city's shelter system, longing for a place to call his own. Despite the challenges, Michael remains hopeful, often volunteering at the shelter to help others in similar situations. Then there's Maria, a single mother who sleeps in her car with her 2 young children after escaping an abusive relationship. Maria's days are filled with uncertainty, but she finds strength in her children and dreams of a safer future for them. These are just 2 of the countless faces of homelessness in New York City. Each person you see has a story, a past filled with both joy and sorrow, and a future that remains uncertain. Each person has a unique story to tell, a journey marked by hardship, resilience, and the fight for survival. From veterans to young adults, the spectrum of homelessness spans all ages and backgrounds. Their stories challenge stereotypes and remind us that anyone can become homeless due to unforeseen circumstances. It's a stark reminder that life can change in an instant, and the safety nets we rely on can sometimes fail. By sharing these stories, we can shed light on the humanity behind the statistics and foster greater understanding and empathy. It's through awareness and compassion that we can begin to address the root causes of homelessness and work towards meaningful solutions. One of the primary drivers of homelessness in New York City is the lack of affordable housing. In a metropolis where soaring rents have become the norm, many individuals and families simply cannot keep up. The city's housing market is notoriously competitive, with long waiting lists for affordable housing units. For those living on the margins, finding a safe and stable place to live can feel like an insurmountable challenge. Even those working full-time jobs are struggling to make ends meet, forced to choose between paying rent and putting food on the table. The lack of affordable housing options has created a crisis that affects everyone, from low-income individuals to middle-class families. Section 5. Beyond the streets, mental health and homelessness. While economic factors play a significant role in homelessness, mental health issues and substance abuse also contribute to the crisis. Many individuals experiencing homelessness struggle with untreated mental illnesses, making it, difficult for them to maintain employment or stable housing. The lack of accessible and affordable mental health services exacerbates the problem, leaving many individuals trapped in a cycle of poverty and instability. Addressing this aspect of homelessness requires a compassionate and comprehensive approach that includes access to mental health care, addiction treatment, and support services. Section 6. A helping hand. Organizations making a difference. Despite the enormity of the challenge, there is hope. Across New York City, dedicated organizations and individuals are working tirelessly to combat homelessness and provide support to those in need. From soup kitchens and shelters to job training programs and mental health services, these organizations offer a lifeline to the city's most vulnerable residents. The Coalition for the Homeless, for example, provides legal aid, advocacy, and emergency services to homeless New Yorkers. The Bowery Mission offers meals, shelter, and spiritual guidance to those struggling with poverty and homelessness. These organizations, along with countless others, are making a tangible difference in the lives of thousands of New Yorkers every day. Section 7. What you can do, small actions, big impact. As visitors to this vibrant city, we have a responsibility to be mindful of the challenges faced by its homeless population. Even small actions can make a difference. Consider donating to a local homeless organization or volunteering your time at a soup kitchen or shelter. These acts of kindness, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect. Educate yourself about the issue of homelessness and challenge your own preconceived notions. Remember, every person deserves dignity and respect, regardless of their housing status. By approaching this issue with empathy and a willingness to help, we can contribute to a more just and compassionate city. Section 8. Traveling with empathy, a shared humanity. Traveling is not just about sightseeing and experiencing new cultures, it's also about connecting with people from all walks of life. When we encounter homelessness during our travels, it's an opportunity to reflect on our own privilege and recognize the shared humanity that binds us all. By approaching these encounters with empathy and respect, we can learn valuable lessons about resilience, compassion, and the power of human connection. Section 9, a call to action. Building a more inclusive city. The homelessness crisis in New York City is a complex issue with no easy solutions. However, by working together, we can create a more just and compassionate city for all. Support organizations dedicated to combating homelessness, advocate for affordable housing policies, and challenge negative stereotypes surrounding homelessness. Let's work towards a future where everyone in New York City has a safe and stable place to call home.